What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Second Passport. Today, I'm checking in, right, with some not so great news. If you were thinking about moving to Ecuador, one thing you have to keep in mind before you move anywhere abroad these days is, or take into account, is how oppressive is that foreign government in these COVID times. With their restrictions and extra regulations and stuff of the people that live right in that country. And Ecuador so far has been pretty good. It hasn't been anything like Europe, for instance, where I have some friends living like in Spain who told me that they literally couldn't leave their own houses, and people were buying dogs so that they'd have a permission, kind of a permission, in order to be able to just leave their homes in the worst days of the lockdown period. So it's definitely something to keep in mind before you move somewhere. And Ecuador, I've seen, as the pandemic seems to be getting better and better and better here in Ecuador, I don't even know anyone personally who knows anyone who's had the disease recently, uh, aka in the last few months. But the government here seems to be getting more and more oppressive for some reason in the name of COVID. There are currently three things here on the books that make no sense to a normal average person like myself, and I don't see how it prevents COVID, but they're actually quite oppressive. And let me get right to it. The first restriction, you could say, special restriction on the books right now here in Ecuador is a license plate restriction, meaning if you own a car, you can basically, based on the last digit of your plate, you can here in the Quito area, anyways. I'm not sure if it's totally nationwide yet, but on the last digit of your car, you cannot drive basically 4 days a week, and you can only drive 3 days a week. Um, any particular car here in Ecuador, based on the last digit of your plate. How does this prevent COVID? I have no idea. What I do know is that it prevents a lot of commerce from happening. I know cars don't carry COVID, and the more you force people to take public transportation, the other day I saw a bus that was chock full of people, albeit with masks on, but I don't think that pushing people out of cars and into public transports and the taxis, I don't think that is the way to really fight COVID if that's what they really want to do. If they're trying to do something else, then why don't they say it? But anyway, it's a quite oppressive and straight up, at least annoying restriction that's been on since the pandemic pretty much started, and it's still on the books right now, going strong. So it's pretty crazy. The number two thing that I just saw happen this week for the first time in the pandemic, but I'm not sure how long it's gonna go on, but it's quite oppressive. Like, I go to the park every day because I'm a dog owner, and right now I'm currently living right in the center of Quito, near the Parque Carolina, the main Carolina Park area. It's like the central park of Quito, and they closed currently as I speak, as you're seeing this video. They've closed the entire park down and public spaces in general. They've closed them down in the name of COVID. I don't understand why. I'm not sure how that fights COVID, but it just seems very oppressive to me. Number three restriction that I'm going to mention that is on the books right now here in the Quito area, 2021. I'm not sure if it's nationwide exactly, but it's here in Quito, and that is there's a curfew. 8 p.m. gotta be in your house. Does it make any sense at all fighting a disease? I don't think so. But 8 p.m. to like 5 a.m. you cannot be on the street unless you have a super special permit. It used to be easier to get the special permits. You just download it right online, but now it's not so easy. So, you can actually go to jail if you're out of your house past 8 p.m. Oppressive? I think so. Why not just close down the nightlife establishments where people really gather, and still let people go about their lives normally? Um, but that's neither here nor there to debate if this is right or wrong. I'm just informing you how it is so you can make an informed decision before you move to a place like Ecuador. Something to keep in mind: how much will your personal liberties be restricted by a country. Keep that in mind before you move there during these COVID times. So that's it. I'm Mr. Second Passport. Take care.